Welcome back to Court TV Live. We'll head to Georgia in just a bit. First, a bit of breaking news out of Massachusetts and Karen Reed. She has filed a civil lawsuit alleging that there was a police cover-up in the death of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe.
Long complaint, 46 pages. It was just filed in the state Superior Court and accuses multiple Massachusetts state police troopers and several Canton residents of conspiring to frame her for a crime she says she did not commit.
The suit names former trooper Michael Proctor in his personal capacity, Sergeant Yuri Buchanan in his personal capacity, Sergeant Brian Tully as well, Brian and Nicole Albert, Jennifer and Matt McCabe, Higgins as well. The list goes on. That's all the defendants. And the lawsuit goes on to repeat claims that we all heard during Reed's defense that O'Keefe was killed inside Albert's home and during that party. And then there was a cover-up. There was a cover-up outside, and that Proctor and his colleagues intentionally disregarded evidence to shield them from blame, and it caused Karen Reed distress, according to this complaint.
Yeah, I mean, this suit also accuses Proctor of planting evidence. We're going to continue to follow this and have all the developments in this civil situation that took place. Let's go ahead and bring in Marie Pereira to talk about this new filing. It was just filed, 46-page complaint. Marie, are you surprised at this filing?
No, I'm not surprised, because she has to react now, especially after the basically not guilty to the murder verdict. So now she's claiming the prosecution itself was malicious and they planted everything and they conspired to frame her. I think she has a pretty good case, given the fact that Michael Proctor was fired from his position for inappropriate behavior under the capacity of being the lead detective in this. And I think that at the end of the day, the jurors may listen to her side of the story now that she wasn't 100% vindicated, but yes, she was, of that big charge of murder. So she's going after them, and I don't blame her. And keep in mind, the family of John O'Keefe is still going after her in the civil arena too. Yeah. So she's clapping back and saying, I'm not going to just sit by and let what they did to me go unpunished. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's see what the outcome is.
And if you read, some of the things that they're alleging, they're all, things we're familiar with watching this trial twice. The conspiracy and cover-up, evidence tampering, Kelly talked about specifically, taillight pieces of it they claim put out there in the snow, the bias and the misconduct, destruction of evidence. You remember the phones, Higgins and Albert, they got rid of their phones the day before they were supposed to turn them in. I mean, anybody with any common sense is going to, thought during the trial. Yeah. That's a little suspicious. When you put it together in this context, without the allegation of murder, it really does have a little there, doesn't it, Marie? And because if this goes to a jury trial, this civil jury will only be critiquing the Commonwealth and specifically those involved in these allegations. And guess what? That's not a fun critique if you're any member of that crew, because there's a lot that went wrong in this investigation.
We say that it went wrong, but maybe it didn't. Maybe that was the plan all along. The plan to destroy the phones, the plan to coordinate a story, the plan to go into that Sally port and put together pieces of the tail light. The plan that the vehicle went through the storm, traveling from point A to B, and then a perfect little piece of evidence that was inculpatory to Karen Reed was preserved. People who changed their statements. So when you say it was a mistake, it was no mistake. It was just a bumbling attempt to frame her, and that all of the evidence that was discovered, which led to basically an acquittal for her on the murder charges, is going to help prove the conspiracy, the malicious prosecution against her by them. I think she has a great case with all of the testimony that was gathered in the criminal case.
Marie, she certainly is not a woman who was going to go away quietly.
Absolutely not. She's here to make people be held accountable, because the jury's verdict spoke a lot to what went on too. The people agreed basically there was a conspiracy which ruined the beyond a reasonable doubt standard for the prosecution. So now she's going to take that same energy given to her by the jury and bring it to the civil area and sue them for what they did to her, because they cost her money. Now she's about to cost them money too. I think she has a great case.
Yeah, and the burden's lower in the civil arena, so we'll see. And a reminder, of course, the O'Keefe civil suit is also in play,
Yes.
and we watched the first meeting during that one. That's expected to take a very long time to complete itself, and now this will be part of the mix. So, Cameron Reed, never going away.
No.
At Court TV.
Always interesting to talk about. I mean, this case
Hey,
has
it's
been a big part
one of the most fascinating
Yes.
cases we've ever had, and there's so much divide. Some people are convinced of one thing and others convinced of the other, but there's something about it that just is intriguing, and the more you go down the rabbit hole, the more intriguing it gets. It just keeps feeding the level of interest, and here we go. So,
Marie, thank you so much.